Hello everyone. In this video I will do a breakdown of all the endgame activities in the game, also known as wandering paths, why you should do them and what you can benefit from each type of endgame activity. You can check the list of endgame activities by selecting the wandering paths menu. A lot of these you can do at lower levels as well, but I'm going to call them endgame activities throughout this video because some of them scale with your level, and here is where you can find the hardest content in the game. Let's take a look at each type of activity from left to right and see what rewards we can get and why it is beneficial to do them. The main and most important type of activity is the challenges category. Here you can find 4 types of activities: campaign challenge, outpost challenge, hero's realm, and sword trial. The main rewards you get from playing these challenges are items, upgrade materials, attunement stones, and inner way notes. You also get additional stuff such as cosmetic chests, adventure slips, coins, experience, and various recipes. In order to actually claim the rewards for each of these challenges, you will need energy, which refreshes over time and has a certain limit. This limit will increase when your solo mode level breakthrough also increases. You can also restore energy using pillow powder, which you can obtain from the battle pass or level breakthrough. Now you might be wondering, since all 4 of these challenges give you the same types of rewards, how do you decide which one you should farm? Let's break down and compare each of the challenge types. In the campaign challenge, you can challenge previously defeated campaign or main story boss fights. Your objective in these challenges is to simply go in, defeat the boss, claim your reward, and get out. If you check the rewards preview list for each of these challenges, you can see that each of them has 3 rewards types, with some having a 4th one. Each challenge gives you 2 items from a specific item set, a guaranteed cosmetic chest, and a chance for a Crimson Leaves chest, with some of the challenges also rewarding you with mystic skills that mimic the moveset of that specific boss. However, keep in mind that the rewards shown here are just a preview of the total rewards you can get. To actually check the full rewards list for each of the campaign challenges, you have to select the challenge and check the full rewards list there, which includes upgrade materials, martial arts breakthrough tips, inner way note chests, coins and experience, and the chance for an attunement stone. The cosmetic chests from these boss fights have a chance to contain a cosmetic item that fits the theme of that boss, but the chance of actually getting one is very low. Since item sets are important for your build, you can use these challenges to target farm specific set items. You can check what specific item type drops from a certain boss challenge by checking the rewards list. Let's suppose you only need a Greaves armor piece to finish your build. You can simply go here and farm the Tian Ying or God of Avarice challenges until you get a good piece. These rewards, the same as any other rewards in the game, will scale with your solo mode level, and you can check the full rewards list according to your level by selecting this small arrow button and scrolling the list. You should at the very least complete the challenges that give you the mystic skills to have them unlocked, such as Ten Ying and Ye Wanshan. Let's move on to the Outpost challenge. Looking at the rewards preview, these will give you 2 random gear pieces of your corresponding item tier, Greaves excluded, 1 cosmetic chest, 1 Crimson Leaves chest, and 1 inner way note chest. If we check the full rewards list, we can see that we also get upgrade materials, coins, experience, inner way note chests, and a chance for an attunement stone. Now, you might be wondering, why should you even farm these if they cost 20 energy to claim, but you get arguably worse loot than in the campaign challenges? There aren't many reasons to farm outposts except if you are running low on ebon iron, which is required for mystic skill upgrades. All the other rewards are not good, and you can make better use of your energy in other endgame activities. The important thing to note about outposts is that clearing them for the first time will grant you some very important rewards, such as Constitution, Medicinal Tales, Echo Jade, and Exploration Experience. You can check which outpost you haven't cleared yet by checking the list of outposts and seeing if it says Unlock after first clear at the bottom. You can then select that outpost and go clear it. I recommend clearing every outpost at least once to claim the first clear rewards, and then just farm them whenever you need ebon iron. Let's move on to Hero's Realm, which is the equivalent of raids in other games. Hero's Realm unlocks starting with level 51, and the new challenge unlocks with subsequent level breakthroughs up until level 71. This is one of the hardest endgame activities. As you can see, it requires a group of 10 players and you are fighting 2 boss enemies one after the other, which are very hard to beat as they have very complex mechanics. If you check the rewards list, you will notice that you get a ton of good rewards such as 5 gear chests, guaranteed attunement stones and more. Once per week you also get a first clear reward consisting of inner way note chests. Keep in mind that since there are 2 boss fights one after the other, you can basically get double of the rewards listed here. You can choose to only fight one of the bosses, either phase 1 or phase 2, and only claim rewards for one encounter. The only actual benefit of clearing both bosses is to claim the first clear rewards, which are very valuable. You will also notice at the top of the screen that you have a smart assist and a group option. The group option is the default matchmaking option that will put you up with 9 other players against the boss. The smart assist option will fill your party with 9 bots. Now, this might sound bad, but most of the time the bots are programmed to play the mechanics perfectly, so they are actually better than most players. Completing it with bots once is actually recommended because you can learn the mechanics from them and is basically impossible to fail. However, you have to keep in mind that clearing the challenge using Smart Assist will give you less rewards, which means no guaranteed attunement stone, less gear chests, with a lesser chance for epic items and no adventure slips. You still get the first clear reward, so if you're having trouble clearing this with players, try doing it at least once with Smart Assist. The key difference between Heroes Realm and the other challenges is that you can only claim the rewards once per week in Heroes Realm, and they don't require energy to be claimed. I recommend you complete each phase once per week, either with players or with bots, to get the rewards. Let's move on to the last of the challenge activities, which is Sword Trial. Sword Trial is very similar to Heroes Realm, except you can farm it repeatedly since it costs energy to claim the rewards, and it's much easier to complete as it only requires 5 players. Sword Trials start off from level 16 with the first boss and go up to level 71 with various combinations of boss enemies that become harder and harder. This challenge is supposed to be the repeatable endgame raid mode where we can farm indefinitely and get all kinds of useful items. If you check the rewards list, they appear to be better than the rewards for Heroes Realm since you get more chests and some extra materials as well. The main difference, however, is that you don't get a guaranteed attunement stone here as opposed to Heroes Realm where it's guaranteed if you clear it with other players. However, in Sword Trial you get guaranteed inner way notes chests, which you can farm repeatedly, so overall I would say it has better rewards than Heroes Realm. Additionally, if there is more than one boss in the Sword Trial, defeating the final boss will grant you an extra reward once per week, which you can check here by selecting the weekly echo rewards button. It's just 5 cosmetic chests, but it's something. There is an additional reason you should farm Heroes Realm and Sword Trial repeatedly, even without claiming rewards, and that is the boss talent tree. If you go to the develop menu and switch to the talents tab, you will see a boss option on the left side. Selecting it will reveal the boss skill tree, which gives you various bonus effects and rewards based on completing specific challenges in the Heroes Realm or Sword Trial. For example, I can gain plus 15% damage and healing against Murong Yuan by defeating her once in the Heroes Realm Dream Jinming Pool Supreme. Here you can also gain various titles and increased rewards in both Heroes Realm and Sword Trials by completing various objectives. You can also gain a cool animated title if you earn all the other titles in the boss skill tree. Now that we covered the main endgame activities, which are challenges, we can move on to the smaller ones that you might still want to do for various reasons. Starting with casual co-op, this is an activity split into 2 categories, namely adventure and leisure. The main purpose of casual co-op activities is to farm adventure slips and chill. In adventure activities, you can participate in various types of multiplayer interactions to gain large amounts of adventure slips, coins and experience. In leisure activities, it's pretty much the same thing, except this is more of a mini-games type of activity where you can just chill and earn rewards. The rewards are the same as for adventure activities, meaning adventure slips, coins and experience, except here you don't get a set amount, instead it varies depending on your performance, since most of these mini-games are competitions. You can check your total adventure slips in the top right corner of this screen, and these are used in the Wandering Paths shop to purchase cosmetic items or arena attunement stones. Moving on to the arena, which houses all the PvP activities in the game. Here we have two different game modes, the 1v1 arena and the Perception Forest. The 1v1 arena is just that, a 1v1 PvP mode, where you fight other players and climb the rankings. Ranking up, you can farm Echo Jade and various cosmetics. The main incentive here is mainly the bragging rights and competitive aspect. Additionally, similarly to the boss skill tree, there is an arena skill tree. If you go to the develop screen and switch to the talents tab, you will see the arena option on the left side. Every match of arena you complete grants you Jade Fish, Adventure Slips, and Arena Experience, which you can use to unlock skill points in the arena skill tree. These skills grant powerful effects that can really make a difference in a 1v1 duel. You can also gain arena attunement stones and season limited titles by completing certain objectives in the arena. Moving on to Perception Forest, this game mode is gonna blow your mind. This is essentially a fully fledged PvPvE extraction battle royale game mode inside of Where Winds Meet. Everyone starts off with a random default set of weapons, and then you have to collect better weapons and skills while exploring the map, meanwhile avoiding the closing red circle and trying to not get killed by other players. The round starts off with a fixed number of players and the last one remaining wins, but there are also extraction spots where you can choose to leave earlier. You don't actually extract with any loot, but you get more scene leaves by extracting without dying. It's actually insane that they have such a deep and complex game mode inside another game, because this could be a fully separated game on its own. Perception Forest has a ranking system just like the arena mode, where you can climb up the ranks and gain Echo Jade and other rewards. But the main reason you want to play this every week is to gain Scene Leaves, which is a currency exclusive to Perception Forest. You can use Scene Leaves to buy cosmetic items in the Scene Leaf exchange, and these are capped at 2000 per week, meaning that if you want to buy all of these cosmetics, you will have to play Perception Forest weekly for about 19 weeks, which means around 4 months to get all cosmetics. You should try not to miss out on this and reach the weekly cap of Scene Leaves, because all it takes is about 2 or 3 matches to get 2000 Scene Leaves, so that's around 1 hour of your time every week. Not to mention, the game mode is extremely fun and has a ton of cool gameplay systems. Moving on to Taiping Mausoleum, which is sort of a challenge mode with decent rewards. Taiping Mausoleum has 2 modes, Foundation Trials and Divine Challenge. Foundation Trials are pretty easy challenges, while Divine Challenges consist of much harder stages. Each of them has 10 levels, and each level consists of 3 goals you have to meet in order to clear it and gain the rewards. You have to meet at least one of the 3 goals to unlock the next level, and the more goals you meet, the more rewards you get. There are certain perks and traits that you get at each Mausoleum chapter, and there are multiple rounds after which you can choose additional perks which can help you clear the stage easier. The rewards for both Foundation Trials and Divine Challenge are very similar, consisting of a fixed number of Echo Jade and coins for each chapter, depending on how many goals you have completed. Clearing all 10 chapters in either the Foundation Trials or Divine Challenge will grant you a special badge as a reward, which you can equip on your profile. There are more Mausoleum chapters coming up in the future, so this is just the beginning. You should clear all of these at least once for the rewards, and because they are a prerequisite in order to break through your solo mode level. Let's move on to the Trials Endgame Activity. Now this is mostly for bragging rights, as you don't get any actual gameplay rewards, and they represent the hardest challenges in the game. These are essentially all the boss fights in the game, including campaign, main story and world bosses, and you can challenge them on multiple difficulties to gain various rewards. There are 4 difficulties for these trials, namely Easy, Medium, Hard and Abyss. You can beat the boss on any of them, but certain objectives require you to beat it on a specific difficulty. You unlock the Abyss difficulty, which is required for the final objective, after clearing it on Hard difficulty. Each trial here has certain requirements you have to meet while defeating the boss, and there are 3 reward tiers depending on how many of the requirements you complete. The rewards are the same for each boss, meaning for 3 completed objectives you get some Echo Jade and upgrade materials, for 7 completed objectives you get an icon that represents the boss, and for completing all 9 objectives you get a cool badge to add to your profile. The good news is that you don't have to complete these objectives during one fight, you can do them one by one. But the bad news is that in order to complete the last objective, you have to defeat the boss on Abyss difficulty without taking damage, which is insanely difficult. These trials also offer you the chance to choose a pre-made art combination to defeat the boss, and your character stats and progression are auto-balanced, meaning that you can start challenging these trials at any level. If you clear all trial challenges, you get some cool accessories for your character. These are separated into two regions, Qingha and Kaifang, and there is a separate reward for each of them. If you play on Legend difficulty, clearing any of these trials on Abyss difficulty will also add another increment to your Legend badge, so it is worth it to do them at least once on Abyss to get your Legend badge up to a high number. There is also a ranking system here that gives you Echo Jade rewards based on how many players have cleared the trial on Abyss difficulty without taking damage, so make sure to claim these rewards. Last but not least, let's talk about bounties. Bounties are essentially missions put out by NPCs or other players, which you can complete and get rewarded with coins, jade fish, experience, and more importantly, fourfold coins, aka bounty coins. They are split into 5 categories: trial, vendetta, bounty hunting, profession, and fellowship. Trials, profession, and fellowship are bounties that are posted by other players to help them with defeating enemies, healing, participating in co-op adventures, and so on. Vendetta and bounty hunting are posted by various NPCs, and they all require you to kill certain characters or players. The easiest way to farm bounties and get fourfold coins is to complete vendetta or bounty hunting, which take like 2 minutes to complete and you get good rewards. You can always refresh the bounty list if you don't like what you have. You can use fourfold coins to purchase some cool cosmetics in the bounty shop. There is also a ranking system for bounties, meaning that the more fourfold coins you get, the higher your bounty rank and the higher the level and rewards of your bounties. In order to unlock some of the cosmetics in the shop, you will need to reach 50,000 bounty rank, meaning you have to farm 50,000 fourfold coins. You also have a rewards track for ranking up your bounty level from 1 up to 9. We have now covered all the endgame activities in the Wandering Paths menu, and I hope this video helps you to better understand all the types of activities and which ones you should focus on. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see videos on other topics for Where Winds Meet, and if you found this video helpful, subscribing and liking the video would help me tremendously. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.